I never believed a single sentence could undo an entire life.
I never believed a single sentence could undo an entire life. I used to think real damage required big mistakes, affairs, lies, betrayals that unfolded over time. I was wrong. Sometimes all it takes is one moment of carelessness, one attempt to sound clever, one joke spoken without thinking about the person standing beside you. I'm writing this late at night, sitting alone in a house that still feels like it belongs to both of us, even though everything between us is fractured. The silence is unbearable. It's the kind that reminds you of every laugh you've lost and every word you wish you could take back. My husband wasn't just my partner. He was my safest place. We met in the most ordinary way, through mutual friends, when neither of us was looking for anything serious. He wasn't flashy or loud. He didn't dominate conversations or try to impress people. Instead, he listened. He remembered. He showed up. I fell in love with him not because he dazzled the room, but because he made the world feel calmer when I was with him. Our marriage was quiet and steady, the kind people rarely write stories about. We built routines that felt unbreakable: Sunday mornings with coffee and music, late night talks about nothing important, shared glances that said more than words ever could. He supported me without hesitation. Even when I doubted myself, he made love feel safe. Somewhere along the way, I stopped treating that safety like something precious. When I returned to work after years at home, my world changed quickly. The office was fast, loud, full of opinions and personalities. People bonded over sarcasm, complaints, and humor that pushed boundaries. I wanted to belong. I wanted to feel interesting again, not just stable. I didn't realize how much I was slowly reshaping myself to fit in. It started small. Rolling my eyes when people talked about marriage, laughing when coworkers mocked their partners, staying out later than usual. I told myself it was harmless, that I was just adapting. My husband noticed the change, of course. He always noticed. He asked gentle questions, gave me space when I needed it, trusted me completely. That trust makes what happened next even harder to live with. The night that ruined everything was supposed to be a celebration. We were out with colleagues, drinks flowing, laughter bouncing off the walls. Someone complained about relationships, about feeling controlled or bored. They joked about spouses being predictable, dull, easy to take for granted. I felt that familiar urge to say something clever, something that would make everyone laugh. So I did. I made a joke about my husband. I framed his kindness as weakness, his patience as something laughable. I used a word I never should have used, one that reduced him to something humiliating, something unworthy of respect. The table erupted in laughter. I laughed too. For a few seconds I felt powerful. I didn't know that someone he worked with was there. I didn't know the words would travel faster than I ever could. I didn't know that by the time I walked through our front door later that night, my marriage would already be bleeding. He was sitting in the dark when I came home. Calm, still, when he told me what he'd heard, my stomach dropped so fast I thought I might pass out. I tried to explain, to minimize it, to call it a stupid joke, but the look on his face stopped me. I had never seen him like that, hurt so deeply he couldn't even raise his voice. He asked me if that was how I truly saw him. If that's what I said about the man who had loved me without conditions, I couldn't answer. There was nothing I could say that didn't sound like a lie. He moved into the guest room that night. The weeks that followed were the longest of my life. He still went to work, still handled responsibilities, but the warmth was gone, the easy affection, the small gestures. I realized how much love lived in those details only after they disappeared. I tried everything: apologies, letters, tears, nothing felt right. I heard him cry one night, quietly, when he thought I was asleep. That sound broke something in me that will never fully heal. Knowing I caused that pain is something I will carry forever. People at work laughed it off, told me I was overreacting, said it was just a joke. That's when I realized how little they actually mattered. None of them had to live with the consequences. None of them lay awake at night wondering if they destroyed the best thing they ever had. One morning, I found divorce papers on the kitchen counter. I didn't sign them. Not because I think I deserve forgiveness, but because I need him to know I finally understand the weight of what I did. I didn't just embarrass him. I shattered his sense of being respected by the person he trusted most. I've started therapy. Not to fix the marriage magically, but to fix myself. To understand why validation from strangers felt more important than protecting the man who loved me. If you're ever struggling, please know that seeking help is a sign of strength. I don't know if our marriage can survive this kind of wound. What I do know is this: love isn't destroyed by grand betrayals alone. Sometimes it's ruined by small moments of carelessness, by forgetting that words have weight. If I could go back, I wouldn't try to be funny. I would protect his dignity the way he always protected mine. And if this is the end of our story, then this confession is all I have left, an acknowledgement of my failure, my regret, and the painful truth that one joke really can break a heart, a home, and a life. Thank you for listening.